Hello, hello everyone, and welcome to the Wrestling Experience. My name is Earl Cole, and this is a very special Saturday night edition of the Wrestling Experience. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be discussing the Raw State of a Fan's Address. We're going to talk about Vince McMahon. We're going to talk about everything that's related WWE. If you are a WWE fan, I suggest that you listen very closely tonight here in the Wrestling Experience because it is time for the Raw fan address here on the Hardcore Sports Network.
Awesome power of nature, hot excitement of freedom.
Because after you get struck by lightning, there's thunder.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, the Wrestling Experience, with your host Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, the Wrestling Experience. Now with your host Earl Cole.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hardcore Sports Network. Welcome, everybody, to Facebook. Welcome, everybody, to the streams. And welcome, everyone, to the experience. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, this football Saturday night, we're going to talk about Raw and what's happening with Big Boy Facts Johnny. Hello, how are you? What's good? Almighty Finesse, hello, how are you? Hi, everyone in the chat. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are discussing WWE as a whole. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it is the fans' state of address of Raw, and it's the WWE. Vince McMahon has taken over the WWE, and he has literally have poisoned this organization again. Vince McMahon has reared his ugly head again. And of course, you knew this was going to happen because the man has 80% of the shares, which means that he was unanimously voted back into the board of directors, which means that he wants to be in creative control, which means that he wants to have his input, which means that we're going to go backwards again in the WWE. Since Vince McMahon has returned to the WWE, Devon Dudley has quit. Stephanie McMahon quit. We've got staffers that have been fired already in the office. The WWE, David Blum, has been rehired as chief of staff of Vince McMahon. And there's so much more. Then we have the Royal Rumble, the worst poorly built Royal Rumble I have ever seen in a very long time under this Triple H regime. What's going to happen with the Royal Rumble next Saturday night? What's going to happen? Um, I know one thing is that I know one thing will happen. We're not going to enjoy this Rumble. I think that this Rumble will be unforgettable, to be quite honest with you. Um, this is poorly built. This was a very poorly built show. No fanfare whatsoever, no excitement. And speaking of excitement, ladies and gentlemen, that leaves us to the ticket sales for the Royal Rumble and how poor they are because of this Vince McMahon situation. Triple H tried to um, reinsure his staff by blowing smoke up their behind, saying that everything is fine. No, not everything is fine, Triple H. Not everything is fine. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, the WWE is in deep trouble. They're backwards instead of forwards. And we had all thought, well, most of us did, that this Vince McMahon thing would have been to put to rest, but no, Vince McMahon retired in July and he couldn't stay retired. He couldn't keep his nose out of the WWE. He saw what was happening. He saw that things were flourishing and he decided, well, I think it's time that I come back. Now that he has come back, things have gone haywire and things have gone upside down. And speaking of upside down, that leads us to Monday Night Raw, the 30th anniversary show. What kind of a go home show are we going to get this Monday night? What kind of a go home show are we going to get? Women's division matches are at a standstill. The audience is not interested in a women's division match. So, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here with the WWE? What's happening? Why is this happening? Well, I'll tell you why it's happening. It's because of Vince McMahon. This thing has turned into a powder keg. You people quitting on the WWE. You've got things that are happening right now that are not good. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a backstory of everything, and then we're going to bring you up to speed as to what's happening. But the latest thing is that Devon Dudley has quit the WWE. Stephanie McMahon has left. Staffers at the WWE headquarters are being terminated as we speak. So that's the latest there to catch you up to speed. And I believe and I hope this is not true, but I do believe that Vince McMahon will be in Philadelphia for the 30th anniversary of Raw. You know he's going to be there. You know he's going to control the show. You know he wants to be part of it. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my guest Christina Rivera was supposed to be here with me tonight, but unfortunately she is heading to Philadelphia. She is going to enjoy the Raw 30th anniversary show live. I wish her the best of luck. I wish her a good time. So, what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to go through some of the notes that I have here. And on January the 16th, Vince McMahon returns to the WWE. He returns to help to help facilitate the sale of the company and growing it on his behalf and return in a creative capacity. It was noted that this is not he's not been in the office and he's not been in WWE television, but that doesn't mean things won't change. And it did. It did change, and not for the better. For 6 months, the WWE was thriving, and then all of a sudden, the air came out of the balloon. So rumors are rumors right now, ladies and gentlemen, and um, there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. There really is, and this ain't good. So what I want from you all is to ask you. Well, I did ask you on Twitter. Are you concerned with the future? And overwhelmingly, some of you said yes. Some of you said yes, that you are concerned about this Vince McMahon situation. So on January the 16th, he returned to the WWE. Then it was reported that he was back in the office and he suggested some changes. Um, yeah, so he suggested some changes. That Paul now he says that he wants Triple H to be in charge of creative. We know that that's not going to happen for long. We all know Vince McMahon's ego just can't sit by and just sit there and let Triple H do the creative. Triple H has hit and misses of Raw. Raw has been inconsistent with the episodes. But what really is going on here, ladies and gentlemen, is that McMahon is an egomaniac. The man cannot stay retired for nothing. He cannot sit on the sidelines and watch. He's got to be involved. He's got to be involved in the ongoing daily process of the WWE. But this is not the way the fans want it. I don't know about you. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm quite sure some of the fans out there are not happy about this. And one evidence of that is that because right now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, the Royal Rumble tickets are at abysmal low. People are reselling their tickets. They're not going to the Royal Rumble. I've seen it on Ticketmaster. So my take on this whole thing is that Vince McMahon should have stayed his egomaniac behind at home. We don't need Vince McMahon. We don't need Vince McMahon. We don't need him. We don't need his out of touch process. We don't need him, period. He is out of touch. He doesn't know reality. He doesn't know a sense of what's good and what isn't good. And he doesn't care about the fans. Vince McMahon, all he cares about is money. 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 The fans of the WWE are money bags to Vince McMahon. Whether you like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not, whether you dislike it or you don't like it, fans make wrestling. And if you make wrestling, that means you are making the WWE. So every time you buy that T-shirt, every time you buy that ticket, every time you buy that pay-per-view, you are the investor. You're investing your money into the company. Now the question is, are you happy with your investment? I'm quite sure the answer is going to be no. I am quite, I am 100% sure that answer is going to be no. So I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you this, and I say this wholeheartedly. The WWE is in trouble. I think I was thinking about this today, and I said to myself, I said, "Where is W? I mean, let's just talk about Raw for a second. Monday Night Raw has been inconsistent. Some of the shows are good. Some of the shows are boring. Some of the shows have been lackluster. Some of the shows have no effort into it. And I'm saying to myself now, I want to know who's writing these shows. Who's controlling this show? And then I said to myself, aha, Vince McMahon's influence is starting to bleed into Raw because it's been inconsistent. You want evidence? Women's division match, 2 minute matches, 3 minute matches. His influence has already been felt. His earthquake Richter scale behind is already been felt through the ripples of the WWE. So I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm not sure what's going on here. But one thing I do know is that the WWE right now is in trouble, and I want to see what kind of go home show we're gonna have this. I'm curious, but anyway, I digress. Now McMahon retired on July the 22nd of last year. July 22nd, Vince McMahon says that it's time to retire. The fans were rejoicing at the, but that this was not going to last long. You just knew in your mind that Vince McMahon would have reared its ugly head again, and he has. Now we all know Triple H and Vince do talk about creative, but the final word is not Triple H. It's Vince McMahon. And we all know that. He has to have control of everything. And this Royal Rumble is going to be the telltale sign. What are we going to get? You? What's going to happen? What's the audience going to look like? What the matches are going to look like? How they're going to feel? Will they have effort into it? Will it be stellar matches? Will it be solid matches? Will it be slapped together matches? Whack endings? What are we going to get next Saturday night at the 2023 Royal Rumble? We're going to see. We're going to see. Triple H then has a talent meeting. He has a Raw talent meeting and he has a SmackDown talent meeting. And he's reassuring the talent everything is fine. Everything is fine. Don't worry about it. Don't get a tizzy over it. Everything is fine. The sale is not a done deal. Everything, you know, he's just blowing smoke up the talents behind here. Come on. Fine. Not with Vince McMahon around the corner. Not with his presence being felt. And let me tell you something. As a fan of the WWE, I don't like this. You're tearing down what was once good. Hello, Raphael. How are you? You're tearing down what's good. There's a saying out there, ladies and gentlemen. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And the WWE was thriving for 6 months. Things were going in the right direction. Now, Raw was inconsistent. Raw was inconsistent. And I blame Triple H for that. But now that I'm seeing 2 minute matches, Yeah, Vince has a hand in that. Why are you burying the women's division again? Why are you doing that? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't think I'll ever will. The women's division matches are abysmal. I mean, 2 weeks ago on Raw, one of the women's division matches should have been booked in the library. The audience was dead. There was no crowd reaction to it whatsoever. The audience was not interested. I mean, come on, folks. I mean, this ain't good. This stinks. This really stinks. And it smells. It smells rotten. There's collusion, there's upheaval, there's dissension, there's deception, I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on. So I just wanted to tell you guys that as a fan of the WWE, I'm not happy. I'm better. I don't like this upheavalness. I don't like this uncertainty. I don't like to be left in the dark. I don't know what else to say anymore about this Mr. Man situation. But one thing is I do know. I mean, to thank the talent for what they do. I mean, the talent itself is fickle because you guys ran from AEW, you ran back to the WWE, you thought that the grass was greener on the other side, but ultimately it wasn't. Fickle, just like some fans. The talent is fickle. Now look what happened. Everybody's worried about their jobs, and rightfully so. Devon Dudley quit. Stephanie McMahon quit. People in the office are being fired. Upheaval, 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 upheaval. Deception, deception, deception. Egomaniac, egomaniac. How much of this can we take? The fans are running by reselling their Royal Rumbles. What's going to happen with the house show numbers go down again? What's going to happen then? And then we're subjected to a poorly run Raw, a poorly run, put together, SmackDown. At least one good thing is that the 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 unified tag team titles are being separated again. I know a lot of people disagree with that. I think one title should be never have been unified, and that's the world titles. You should have had one on Raw and one on SmackDown. And I think this is the reason why the Raw is suffering so much is because they don't have a mainstream title holder. They don't have a champion on the show. That's one problem of Raw. Another element is that sometimes the segments are ridiculous. They have no meaning to it. Some of the segments on Raw are baseless. Some of the matches are baseless. Everything has to have cohesiveness. Everything has to make sense here. And that is just that's just what this is what I see and what I know. You have to have some kind of consistency here. But folks, that's that's the Vince McMahon situation. That for now, Triple H will remain in charge. For now. But for how long? And how long are we're gonna sit here with bated breath? Because we all know that Vince McMahon, once he comes back in creative, the WWE is doomed. It will be catastrophic. And I'm not being over dramatic. I'm just telling you, it would be catastrophic if Vince takes over. Because already it's been felt. Like I said before, my evidence is this. Look at the women's division matches. Look how some of the factions are booked. Look how some of the things are booked. Look at what they're doing to Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali asked for his release and he's being punished for it. Week after week after week after week after week, Ali is getting the stew beat out of him on every Monday Night Raw episode. He's being jobbered out. That's something Vince McMahon would do. Folks, I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now, I'm not happy about this at all. We're not whistling Dixie here, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't good. This isn't good. It's not good for business. It's not good for anything. It's not good for nobody. Vince McMahon's gonna do what Vince McMahon wants to do. Get that chief of staff. He always gets his way. Vince McMahon will always get his way. Trust me and believe me that. It is darn true. Vince McMahon will always get what he wants. And what he wants, ladies and gentlemen, is full control back of WWE. So he can just ruin our wrestling lives. Not our personal life, because, wrestling is an escape. But I'm just talking about our wrestling lives and the shows that we're used to, or that we're accustomed to, or that we're comfortable with. I always say that the key thing is that you want to have consistency in your episodes, and that's not what we're getting with Monday Night Raw. Hit miss, hit miss, hit miss, hit. I mean, it's not good. Not conducive to what I would say would be a good thing. So Folks, that's gonna do it for the Raw fan address. My final thought on Vince McMahon is that, again, like I said, if he takes control of this, if he can take control of the WWE, he's gonna take control of everything else. His ego is too big. He will do and say whatever he wants. And there's nobody on this universe that's going to stop that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. That's going to do it for my show. But I'll be back in cyberspace this Monday night for the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. And we hope that you'll tune in for that show. And me and Jeffrey Turner and Mitch Kofsky will all return with the Raw watch along on Monday night, this Monday night, Raw XXXX. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the football evening. The Giants are just about to take the field, and we're going to get the Eagles and the Giants in just a few moments. I believe that the Kansas City Chiefs won their game. They have eliminated Jacksonville, and they are moving on forward to the championship round. So, good luck to everyone in the playoffs, and we will talk to you real soon here on the Hardcore Sports Network. I'm Earl Cole, and have a pleasant evening, every one of you.
Awesome power of nature. Hot excitement of freedom.
Because after you get struck by lightning,